What's going on, bros and hoes, or whatever floats your goat? It's your boy Relentless, and today, it's been long overdue for me coming back to the Dark Zone, and I am really, really rusty. Due to complications of foregoing surgery here recently, it's been tough trying to get back onto the grind. I'm used to putting out content at least once a day, and thus far that hasn't really worked out too well due to the simple fact of just that. It's been a real struggle, but I'm trying to get back on that grind, and I'm trying to produce content for you guys. I appreciate all the positive vibes that y'all been sending my way. It is very much appreciated. It's very much noticed. I could not be doing this without y'all. I do this actually for y'all, and I really do appreciate it. Now let's get rid of all these pesky NPCs. So, what's this dude? Got a shotgun? Really? Oh, you want some more? Want some more? Oh, you just like hip firing, don't you? You know that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. You can hip fire all you want. But anyways, there's been a lot of YouTube contenters and creators out there that's talking about how to make the DZ less toxic. In all first-person shooter games, no matter what it is, there's always going to be some amount of toxicity, just due to the simple fact of it's first-person shooter game, and that's just the mentality that people have these days. Four-man gang squads, they think they can just, run in, gank you, be done with, think they accomplished something, and then they just persist in teabagging you. Which is, well, I don't know why I said teabag, but they persist to clap on you like they actually accomplished something, and really they didn't do anything, because usually a four-man team, will gank a one-person team all day long. But, with that being said, if there's in-game chat, it's kind of hard to crack down on that, just for the simple fact of there being open chat. But it's the mentality of a player. You have, some people with the mentality of, good game, and want a legitimate, PvP experience. And then you have those that just want to just be a-holes, plain and simple. But the only way to eliminate that is to openly discuss and to be a better person and a better gamer, and to realize, there is another person on the end of that controller, on the end of that screen. They might be only 15, they might be only 13, they could only be 12 years old, but yet, you're screaming obscenities to them and making them feel really horrible, and trying to make yourself feel oh so great about in doing so. Which is, open chat is kind of a necessity due to the aspect of what the Dark Zone is supposed to be. Initially, my interpretation of it, if you're a solo player and, you want to team up with somebody but don't necessarily have anyone to team up with, then you can meet them in the dark zone and then thus team up through open chat. Hey, do you want to team up? You're solo, I'm solo. Let's do this thing together. But it doesn't seem to really come that way anymore, just due to the simple fact of the toxic players, and the only thing that they want to do is generally just go around and gank people. So I mean, it's a give and take. Those that do choose to act in that such a manner, I really do feel sorry for you. Um, and by no means does it display any kind of good sportsmanship. It is just a game, and a lot of people don't care about another person's feelings. But there really is no way to counteract that, due to the simple fact of the open chat and the way that the gaming community has become. The only way to change that is to change ourselves first and let our actions speak louder than our words. I mean, that's basically all that it boils down to. Rise above it, people. Rise above it. We can all do it. We can all be better gamers. We can choose to be better people for it. We can lead the next generation of gamers in and show that, what good sportsmanship is like. I mean, it's more or less a lot more toxic when it comes to games like Call of Duty, but it's become an issue in this one too. But just simply because of the mentality that people have going into it. They think, they're great, they're the shiznit, and, they're just that unstoppable. But yet, when it's, 4v1, whatever you want to call it, it's kind of hard to generate an aspect of camaraderie between, combatants, whether it be PvP or PVE, just for the simple fact of the mentality of other people. Now, we can try to change this in many forms and ways, but initially, it's not going to, because it's solely based on the person's mentality and what they go through, as far as the feeling they get. Oh, yes, we downed him. We completely melted that guy. Yeah, of course, it's 4-on-1. But do you have to ultimately more or less humiliate the person on screen, and make them feel like, teetotal crap? Like, does that make you feel better as a person, better as a gamer, because a four-man team ganged up on one person? I get it that, you want, a rogue timer, you want to get those XP points, if you want to prove in PvP and there's 4 of you and only one of them, then won't the other 3 sit back and then just, go for the 1v1 PvP, and then let's see who's standing at the end to prove, who is actually the PvP king or whatever, and then go from there, and then just go one after another. But even with that aspect, one's going to get pissed off, and, if their comrade's about to go down, then basically all they're going to do is turn around and start shooting at the person too, just to help out their buddy. So that doesn't really solve anything either. So the change has to start with us ourselves. We have to choose ourselves to be better gamers, to rise above it, and not to be such childlike. Yes, it is a game, but grown adults play it, and then there's some grown adults that act, like 12 or 13-year-olds, and it just makes it not really a fun place to be, unless, you're actually the one ganking. But, enough rambling about that. If they come up with a PvP arena, I think that would solve a lot of the issues, so to speak. and I hope that they do so. The ETF starts this week, the 13th. One of our community core members, UE Eaker, will be there. I'm sure he has our best interests at heart. He will do his absolute best to improve the PvP experience, because everyone at Upper Echelon Gaming, 90% of us enjoy the PvP aspect of the division. Yes, there's some balancing issues that still need to be resolved. I'm pretty sure that will also be taken care of. A few minor glitches here and there. But for the most part, it is getting better, which is an absolute good thing. And I gotta sneeze. I'm trying to hold it in. And it seems like when you are solo, there are way more NPCs. See, there's way more NPCs that come after you than when you're with the squad, which is just totally redonkulous. And then there's been talks, as far as about PVE, being a DZ PVE, as well as a PvP DZ, which is, I don't know, I have mixed emotions about that. The DZ is the DZ. It's meant to be grimy. Trust no one. You're always supposed to be, have situational awareness, know your surroundings. I mean, it is what it is. There's been mentions of, as far as, players that can come in and click on passive mode, to where, they can roam the DZ. They can't, hunt rogues. They can't shoot rogues, and they can't, harm other players. And likewise, they can't do that to them. Okay. I get that aspect. It seems like a logical theory or solution. But then again, it's going to become more of, not a dark zone, but more of a light zone. Because then you're going to get more PvE players into the dark zone than they are PvPers. Which takes away the whole purpose of the DZ itself. I mean, this guy just spawns back here and not even looking? Like, really? Dude's getting flamed on. But I mean, there is some thought to that, though. But there's a lot of PvE content that's out there. There's actually more PvE content and missions and incursions, and of course, yeah, it becomes repetitive and old. I do get that. And, the change of pace certainly does help out by, being able to farm in the dark zone. But like I said, a PvE arena would, solve that aspect. It would take out more of the PvPers from the dark zone, so that way they can actually, go into an arena, such as, what Datamine has been recently leaked, that's been brought to light when it comes to them opening up Central Park. So that is one possible thing, that them opening up Central Park could be a designated PvP area. As far as we know as of right now, it's just basically where all the JTF have dumped the bodies of the dead. I don't know what aspect of that. I don't know if it's kind of like an in-game situation that's more or less along the lines of Last Stand, or what it entails. But you can go to Reddit and the Division forums and whatnot and read up on more about that. It seems like a really cool idea that they actually open up the map. There's also data mine things as far as the ship that's in the bay, that possibly be being opened up. So there are so many things that are coming. These data miners, I mean, are great at what they do. Not necessarily saying that that's what's going to make it into the game, but gives us a glimpse of what could be in the game. And now, I'm not too sure on how I'm going to fare, but I see rogues up ahead, and I think I'll go after them. As rusty as I am, let's see. They were right around this corner somewhere. They could all be dead by now. I don't know. Well, no, I see action over here. This is the dead end. Dang it, it's the dead end. I hate that dead end. I've died at that dead end so many times, it's not even funny. Thinking, oh, this is a cut through to the other side. Oh, wrong. But yeah, and I'd also like to get y'all's guys' feedback and comments on as far as what kind of content you want to see. Yes, there are new... Holy shit on a shit sickle. This is an absolute shit show. So many agents. And see, this is another big thing. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 agents right here. And basically, they're just waiting for one to pop off. Just so they can antagonize it. See, there's one clapping over there. Just to see, you know, who can, you know, go rogue first, so to speak. Just so they can get this big gang war going. Which is kind of like redonkulous in a way. Oh, here comes number 9. And see, this is what the DZ has yet become. It's become a more or less gang fest of people just wanting to stand around, trying to antagonize someone to go rogue just so they can go rogue. To me, if you're gonna go rogue, go rogue. There's no point in yep, somebody went rogue. Don't want no part of it. Don't want no part of it. Yes, you can call me a cheesy whatever, but I'm solo, man. What am I gonna do? I can toss a grenade. And they're running underground. Well, as the saying goes, I guess it's time to nut up or shut up. Well, Either go out with a bang. Of course, I don't know which way they went. I'm not a bloodhound. Nope, they just kept running. Really? You were going near me. Where'd they go? Must have popped concealed. Ah, on the trail now. Yep, they're straight ahead. So that's another thing. I mean, if you're going to PvP and you want to PvP, why stand around in circles? And then, you know, clap thinking, or, you know, do whatever thinking, oh, well, that's going to, you know, start somebody, you know, shooting off and blah, 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 blah. And then that's going to just, you know, cause an all-out shit show. I mean, is that necessarily really fun? That's, in my opinion, and I apologize for the language, that's just a bunch of pussies that are too afraid to go rogue. And just want somebody to go start the rogue first. And this makes absolutely no sense. If you're going to PvP, PvP. I mean, if they actually initiated a button or something that constitutes, you know, as far as putting something over your head, like a flag or whatever, or, you know, something that signifies, hey, I want a PvP. I could see that working, you know, hey, I want a PvP, I'm here to PvP, let's PvP. Those that are like, you know, don't want a PvP, then run away. You know, don't get involved. But initially, your thoughts in going into the DZ, you have to be prepared to PvP. I mean, there's no way around it. Sometimes you can get in good servers to where... Oh, he just went understairs. Gotcha. Well, at least I got one. Here's the others over here. Let's see, they got a fire turret set up. But my strength is dwindling. At least I got, you know, 2 good kills. I enjoyed the camaraderie between, the conversations we have. Please leave in the comment section below any ideas that you may have, because really content before 1.6 comes out is really getting slim. When it comes to builds, every build that's been out there is out there. It's been made. It's been done. So that's why I try to do these little PvP things. Usually I'm with my boy Reggie Merc. He should be getting on shortly. But I just wanted to talk to you guys and thank you guys so much for your support, and to show my appreciation. Thank you so much. There'll be another giveaway coming up shortly. Just for me, my thanks to you guys for supporting my channel and for giving me views. You guys are the best. I appreciate you so much. Continue to send those good vibes my way. And as always, this is your boy Relentless, and we'll